Well, hello. Today I have an unboxing for you of a Fendi Baguette. Now, the last time I unboxed a Fendi Baguette, it was quite tiny. If you haven't seen this video, I will link it below. This baguette, however, is a normal size. It's a bag you can actually put stuff in, but there's something special about it as well. Of course, isn't there something special about every Fendi baguette? Because Fendi offers so much variety and so many different materials. That's one of the really cool things about them. So to see what combination of materials I picked up, stay tuned. Hi YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury, living on a budget, from high-end luxury handbags and small goods to the everyday luxuries of life. If that sounds interesting to you, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post new videos, and be sure to like the videos that you enjoy. And one of the perks of subscribing to my channel is you get to see my community posts on your YouTube homepage, where I post deals, discount codes, sales, and rare finds related to these beautiful things we love. Autumn from the future here. This bag that I'm unboxing in this video, I discovered was in desperate need of an organizer to give it structure. So at the end of this video, I'm going to show you the organizer I got for it. And it's not a bag that it's easy to find an organizer for. If you're interested in organizers, and if you have either this bag or another bag that you want one for, but you've had trouble finding one, I have an Etsy seller for you that does custom bag organizers, and she has them for all kinds of bags. This one is perfect, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Now back to other Autumn. Now I purchased my little nano baguette from the Real, and I'll have them linked below. That's where I have purchased most of my pre-loved items. That one was brand new condition though, with the box and bag and everything. This one is definitely not brand new. I don't know if it's vintage because I don't know what year it's from, but it's not a new bag, and I got this from Etsy. I will link that seller below, and I just purchased it about 2 days ago, I think. I'm very impressed with their shipping. I hadn't even had time to add the tracking number to my spreadsheet where I track all my online packages, and it's already here. Unboxing it. Oh, the seller is Brooklyn Thread. They have their own bags. It says they're Brooklyn Thread on Instagram and on Facebook, but I'll link their Etsy page below. They did have other bags available, and the price on this was very reasonable. I had been looking at lots of different Fendi baguettes, trying to figure out which one I wanted to get. There's so much variety, it's kind of hard to choose, especially on the pre-loved market, and the prices are a lot better there too. I mean, I've seen them under $500. Today I saw a red corduroy baguette for, it's like $590 on the Real. This is nice. They have it packaged very well, wrapped up in some tissue paper with some string. One is my receipt, and the other is this little postcard, and it says thank you so much with little X's. BrooklynThread.com, it says. They had photos of this on the listing, and they had good photos. However, the listing did mention that there was a spot on the front, and it either said a small spot or a minor spot, something like that. I don't remember the exact language. But I couldn't see a spot in the photos. So I'm a little nervous because I hope it's not something that in the photos wasn't obvious, but then in person it's like really in your face. I don't know. We're gonna find out here. All right, here we go. Are you ready? This is my new Fendi baguette. It is it a wash? Is it just vintage? I don't know. It's a denim with snake trim, and it's rather nice, and it has silver hardware. I'm going to give you a better spin and a little closer up view of this in just a minute. I do see the little spot on the front now. Let me come up and show you this. And I see some scratches on the hardware that are to be expected with an older bag with a big piece of hardware right on the front. Oh, by the way, this is the Fendi Mama baguette. It's the larger size baguette. It has some width to it. This is the fault of a subscriber. Specifically, it is the fault of Mel Loves Handbags, because I mentioned in the video that I was interested in a Fendi baguette, but I thought maybe they'd be too small for the money that I was paying and everything, and I wouldn't use it that much, and Mel suggested a Mama baguette, which is a larger style of the baguette if you're not familiar with it, and I've been looking at them for a few months. Finally found this one that I really loved and got a pretty good price on, so I'm going to bring this up closer to you. But first, I'm going to stuff it because it's a very smushy bag. And if I stuff it, we can see it a little better. All right, I've stuffed it. Now I'm gonna give you a more proper spin. So here is the front of the bag, and the little spot that I see is just right there, which doesn't bother me at all. You can see the beautiful snake detailing there, and it's a darker silver. It's not a bright, but it's not a gunmetal, or is it a gunmetal? Maybe it's a gunmetal. It's kind of a darker silver. The denim has kind of a yellow vintagey tint to it, which I knew about, and I found a couple of other baguettes, or at least one other one that was a regular size baguette, also for sale, different seller, in these same materials and colorway, and it looked exactly the same. It was the yellowed. So that was the look Fendi was going for with this. It's supposed to look that way. I thought that was really beautiful and simple and would go with any casual outfit pretty much. So front of the bag, and then here's the side. The mama bags have, it's still not stuffed enough, is it? Mama bags have like a triangular shape where they're wider at the base and then thinner at the top. Here's the back, there's no pocket, and then the other side, you can see the shape a little bit better there, and there's the base, and then the top of the bag. And then you have those typical little Fendi Baguette buckles where the strap will come off completely if you want to do that, and the entire strap is the snake skin. I can feel and see a little bit of lifting on the snake. While I'm up here, let's look at the inside of this bag because it's interesting. I thought it was just going to be denim inside, but it is not. It's lined in this camouflagey kind of print. So there's the front of the bag, and then here is the back, and you can see there's a zipped pocket there. There's the little metal tag that says Fendi, and that has snake trim around it, and then that pocket is also lined in the camo fabric. And inside that pocket is this little packet. Let's see what this is. It's an envelope that says Fendi. Oh, it's the authenticity card, and these little cards that say Celleria. I'm gonna go back over there. 1925, Fendi was born. The first creations in leather, among which the valuable articles created by the master saddlers of Rome, made of leather and handcrafted according to the spirit of the times. 1995. A new line takes its inspiration from this tradition. Once again in leather, still worked by the master saddlers, just as in the past. Totally handcrafted, the saddlery line. Unique articles in a strictly limited and numbered series, each one marked with a small silver plate. I'm confused because this is not leather, so what does that have to do with this bag? Clearly I don't yet know enough about Fendi. Well, this little metal plate still has the plastic on it, and it says Fendi made in Italy. Now, I knew that this bag was going to be structureless, so I ordered a bag organizer and shaper for this. Well, it'll be in the segment you're about to see because I just forgot I should do some mod shots first without the organizer. So this is very obviously a shoulder bag, and that's the only way you can wear it unless you wear it on the crook of your arm or something. So here is how it looks as a shoulder bag with absolutely nothing in it. That gives you an idea of the size, the length of the strap. That's really nice. That works well, it's comfortable. Okay, now I just stuffed it with some air paper to give it a little more shape, and there's how it looks then. Sorry for the extra noise. And like that. Usually if I have a shoulder bag, I carry it like this with my hand on it. It helps weight it down a little, keep it on my shoulder, keep it secure and stable. And yes, I love the look of this. I love that it's really casual, but then it's also Fendi, and then it also has the snake detail on it, so it's like upscale casual, you know? It's very pretty. I like it a lot. It seems like it'll be easy to use. I can see the lack of structure being annoying for me sometimes, but that's why I got the organizer, so let's look at that now. Okay, Autumn from the future is back. I'm here to show you that bag organizer that I promised for this bag. I got this organizer from an Etsy seller. Their name is Cinnamon, not cinnamon like the spice, it's Cinnamon bag organizer, and just check below for the link. I've got it there to make it easy for you. She was wonderful to work with. First of all, if you go to her shop, you're gonna see a lot of different bag organizers for different bags that you don't normally see organizers for. So of course the most common ones are things like the Speedy and the Neverfull. You see those all over Etsy, you see them on Amazon, but when you're trying to find an organizer for a different bag or something something a little more customizable, that's a little more difficult to find. I know there are places like Samorga which have lots of different organizers and they can customize things, but I don't have one of their organizers because I've never been willing to pay that much for one. They're quite expensive, especially when you add the shipping. I found this much more reasonably priced. Now they're not cheap, they're not like $20 organizers. That has been something that I have had to learn is just, for some bags at least, a necessary extra expense to help preserve the bag. To me, if I'm making an investment in a $1,000 bag plus, right? I want to keep it nice. So an extra, let's say $50 is something I've learned is an expense that's worth it. Here is the organizer for this bag. I'll show it to you better in a minute. This bag has a triangular shape. It's just not one you see organizers for, right? She actually had an organizer listed on her website for this, on her Etsy page. You can see it has that triangular shape. This one has one big pocket on one side and then 3 pockets over here. 2 of them, this one and this one, are the same size, and then the one in the middle is more like a pen pocket. Oh, and this is in the ivory color, the lightest color that she had. So here's the bag without an organizer, right? It's just smushy. I carried it like this and found it really annoying. Things just fall all over the place. I don't think it looks all that nice. I don't have anything in it right now, but just being as smushy as it is, I like the idea of that, but in practice I found it wasn't the best. I also found it really difficult to clasp the magnet snap here, and to get into the bag, it just falls in on itself. So the organizer I knew would really help. I'm going to put that in and show you what it looks like with the organizer in it. It just makes a world of difference. And the quality of this organizer is excellent. I can tell you, I'm going to do an organizer video. I haven't done one in a long time, but I'm going to do another one sometime this summer. I don't know when. I have a lot planned. Where I have ordered several different organizers, the more normal ones and cheaper ones like you find on Amazon. And I have found that there are real quality differences, even though they're all felt. There's some that are just really bad and some that are better. And so I'll have recommendations for you. I can say this is definitely on the higher end, her pieces. So here it is with the organizer inside. It fits perfectly. It's snug. And by the way, her communication was excellent. She asked me several questions so that she could get the organizer to be exactly the way I wanted it to be. She asked about whether I primarily wanted to use it for structure and storage or for organization, and I told her really both. So I'm impressed. She did a great job with this. Now, once I have this closed, let me show you how it hangs with the organizer in it. So immediately you see the bag. It's not slouchy, it's shaped, it doesn't add a lot of weight. These bag organizers are not heavy. And then when I put it on my shoulder, even though it's empty, it retains that triangular shape and has some structure to it. And I think it just looks so much better that way. I'm definitely going to be ordering a few more organizers from her for some of the bags that are in my closet that I want to add some structure to, particularly for storage to keep them in great shape. So I would highly recommend this seller. She is out of Turkey, but the shipping and everything, the turnaround time was pretty quick. Now I did pay an extra $6. She has a listing for expedited shipping. I needed the organizer by a certain date, so that's why I did that. I think it was maybe 2 weeks total between the time I purchased it and received it. It may not have even been that long, so that was excellent. And I like the bag a lot better now. It's going to be much more user-friendly with this organizer in it. I thought about getting the Mama Baguette in the Zucca print, the tobacco color. Almost every video I've seen on YouTube about the Mama Baguette, and I watched quite a few of them before I decided to buy this, they were that Zucca print bag. I really like it, but I also wanted to get something different, and I've been trying to not buy brown bags this year, and that one is all brown. So that's one of the reasons I decided on this. Another was the price. A lot of the bags, you can definitely find those Zucca bags for under $1,000. You can find them around $800 or $900 these days. But a lot of the other ones that I found more interesting were over $1,000. I was trying to keep the cost of the bag on the lower end because I know that you can really find deals with these older baguettes. Oh, the receipt here says it's from the 90s. I don't know how they know that, and I don't know how to read Fendi date codes. Does anybody have a resource for that? But here's what I paid for this bag, and if it's from the 90s, then it is technically vintage at this point. I paid $700. $695 to be exact, and I thought that was a great price for a bag that I think will be very user-friendly and very friendly to a wardrobe, meaning versatile. It'll go with just about anything. Very casual, but also classy. Casual chic, elevated casual, casual luxury, whatever you want to call it. I think it's just lovely, and I'm very happy with it. But we're at the end of the video. I'm gonna sign off. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you back here next time. Hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.